G'day, welcome back to Giro3 YouTube channel. In today's video we're having a look at a KENPRO KR-450XL, a customer's rotator and controller that I've just finished in the process of upgrading. And I just thought I'd show you what I have done this to actually upgrade it to a 650. So basically we'll have a look at the controller first. The controller is a 450 controller, the XL. I've refurbished the switches. I've installed my Y-LED AC for this model. I've also refurbished the potentiometer, and also in here, we can't see it, maybe just, I've put a crimp shroud around the back of this pot gear, as they split all the time, and this one had a crack in it, so I've done that, and this actually crimps on, and basically it's a ferrule, and I crimp it on in a shape, you probably can't quite see it, it's a weird shape, and that pulls it all back together again, and whatnot. So yeah, it's just things that I do. I've also taken out the also taken out the exposed fuse holder and replaced it with this style. This is an M203 style, enclosed, much safer. And I've also changed the wiring around a bit here. That's normally pretty tight, so I've made it so you actually can lay the front panel down. I've redone the earth, proper earth, as opposed it's got star washers underneath it, and made contact with the actual chassis, where the other one was just on a painted surface. Also, I've installed a stainless steel back cover plate and taken out the screw terminal block, and I've installed a 6-pin cinch plug. You might notice that this has an extra 2 numbers. Oh, you probably can't see the numbers. You can see the numbers when you get the light in the right direction. There we go, just there. They're numbered. It just so happens that this was actually originally made for 8-pin cinch plugs, but it still aligns pretty much with a 6-pin, basically. So just thought I'd show you that. This controller has been fully upgraded and then aligned. It's in really good condition, this one. So yeah, the switches were a bit notchy. Now they're really nice feel switches. The cinch plug that I'm going to be using for the cable will be that one. So I'll get that out of the road. We'll go over to the top unit section, the top housing I should say. In this one, his mask clamps were all pretty crappy, so I've supplied him with my 10mm U-bolts, which is a UB10 SS60 UBA. It's one of the ones I sell. The U-bolt I get from a local person, but I had these clamps made up out of 3mm stainless steel from a local bloke up there not far from me, and this is something I sell. So the housing had to be drilled out to accept the 10mm, because they're only an 8mm hole. So that was all done prior to everything getting glass bead blasted and then and repainted, so hence it's in a different colour. So as you can see, the whole thing is in really good condition. Just so he was going to put it up, and wanted to upgrade it a bit, and yeah, and I just supplied him with all the new clamps and bits and pieces. So put it back over there. As you can see, this was fully glass bead blasted. This is the bearing ring, was fully glass bead blasted. As you can see, it's probably a bit of a matte finish on here. It's been polished up again in here. This was a bit manky, so, and it's been etch primed and and painted in this pewter colour. And he also had a set of lower mask clamps, and so he supplied me with these to physically paint up and get ready for when he puts it all back together again. So I've actually had these last be blasted, and they've all been painted again. I've etch primed and painted. So we move on to the rotator itself. The rotator being originally was a KR-450. Has only one set of drive gears on this one normally, so you have a set of drive gears here and none that side. So basically I have physically put the extra set of drive gears in because I had them, and I've also installed limit switches, which the KR-450 does not have. I've also installed a LTW 5-pin plug, socket I should say, and we have, this is the plug that goes with it, all high impact plastic. For this they are 20 amp rated. So basically I've done that. This one actually attaches to all the wiring on the inside and pokes through, and you do the nut up from the outside. As you can probably see, the original holes have little locators, and I put locators, little grub screws in, they're glued in place. And this is, I've got the actual socket's got a flange in the back of it, and I notch it to physically just slide over that so it doesn't move. So this 450 is now upgraded to a 650, just giving it more brake torque and more wind surface area, because when you're having two lots of drive gears onto the final, you've got two drive gears driving into the final gear here, as opposed to one set. They are stamped out, stacked up gears. So you probably can see them if you look in there. They're just a series of 3 stacked up gears. And there's the other one that side. So basically now we have twin drive. So it's going to have a bit more wind area and a bit more safer. So everything's in really good condition. This was all glass bed blasts as well, internal as well, and that was all redone. So I've actually relabeled this KR-650. This is the bottom there. I've actually labelled that as well and put a little ad on there for myself. Oh, that was done. Yeah, it was done on 27th, 21. So yeah, just thought we'd do a quick little video. But also, another upgrade we have done, or I have done I should say, in the KR-450s, the BK spring, or the brake spring, is this one. This is the brake spring. As you can see, the little end's turned in. My hand behind it, maybe you might just see it better. But it's only very skinny. I didn't know they were that skinny. This is what's in the rest of the ones around, as in the 800s, the 1000s, and the 2800s. So basically, when you look at both of these, it's got an extra 2 coils in it. 2? Or am I seeing things? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, an extra 2 coils. So when you go to the other side, actually you can see it's a bit wider. So this gives that's how they give you a bit more brake torque on the 650. With the 450, if I remember correctly, it's 30 kg meters, and it is 50 kg meters with the 650. So I've upgraded this with that, and also you're gaining the 2 extra drives, but this is what gives you the brake torque. So yeah, there we go. So there's just different sizes. I didn't know they had that, but I do now. So there we go. You wouldn't notice it, but I wonder why it was a bit on the skinny side, and it sort of went in really easily into the hub and the brake hub, and I'm going, oh, it seems to be a bit loose, but it's all works, but just less brake torque. So that's that. I think they'll probably do that. This is just a quick run through. I'm just about to install the bearings, top and bottom, and I've already done all the alignment, hence as you can probably see on here I've got all my alignment marks. They're all done. The limit switches have been calibrated to turn on and off at the right points. I've rewired the hole inside of this again onto the plug, onto this LTW plug. You probably can see down in there if I get enough light. Probably can't. Let me get enough light. I can't get enough light down there. Maybe not. Hard to see down there. Not enough light. But whatever. So basically, all the alignment's been done, and so now all I need to do is just reassemble the rest of it. And then get it back to the customer. So as you see, it's been calibrated. It's been all sectioned up for north and south for when I do the alignment, or when the alignment's done, and it's already been pre-done. So it's all ready to go. Okay, I think that's all do for this video. We shall catch you in the next one. Bye.